The Walking Dead versus Prison Break. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. It's another Who Wins? We're pitting two characters against each other now. You know, this doesn't necessarily mean you need to pit two characters against each other that are, like, you know, of the same ilk, like a smarty pants against another smarty pants, or, you know, a brute against a brute. Here, we've got Glenn RHEE of The Walking Dead taking on Lincoln Burrowes. A bit of a mismatch because one is agile, very smart, and, you know, cunning. Well, one is a brute, you know, the brawler, so to speak, but he's as dumb as a box of nails. It's Lincoln Burrowes, damn it. And it's two universes colliding. It is Prison Break against The Walking Dead, or The Walking Dead against Prison Break, I guess, because Glenn RHEE is going first in the title of this video. So let's do a tail of the tape. Glenn RHEE, smaller physically and height-wise compared to Lincoln Burrowes, of course. But it's for me, like, you'd look at this and you might think, well, Lincoln Burrowes, right? Big, massive guy. He's got to win this match. He's got to win this fight to the death, damn it. Well, if you look throughout Prison Break, there's not many fights that Lincoln Burrowes didn't win. Now, if you look back at, like, Season 1, he gets into a scuffle with Teabag and his, like, white supremacist crew. He beats quite a few of them up, but then, like, he eventually gets knocked out by Teabag. Like, most people 1-to-1 Lincoln Burrowes is going to give them a fair scrap, right? But anyone that's got any, like, sort of, like, technique to their fighting, I think Lincoln Burrowes is humped. Like, Alex Mahone in Prison Break, I think he would have battered Lincoln if it came to it, because he's special agent. Lincoln is just a, you know, he's special in a different way. And for me, if it came down to a fist fight between these two, honestly, I think Lincoln would win, but it's one of those ones where it wouldn't even surprise me if Glenn outsmarted Lincoln and like, killed him. And, like, you know, obviously, I think when you come to these, like, series and these videos, you've got to, like, also bear in mind that The Walking Dead set in a world that's, like, post-apocalyptic, and people are probably willing to do a little bit more to survive because the world is that scary. But for me, Lincoln should win the fist fight, and he should win the fight to the death. Now, he's not, like, you know, a cold-blooded killer. Like, I would say Glenn is a killer. He's not a cold-blooded killer, but he's still a killer. I guess Lincoln technically has killed people, but, you know, he's not. I think he's not quite as, like, where Glenn is by his death or whatever. But, you know, actually, let's talk about deaths. Glenn is dead. Negan killed him, and Lincoln Burrowes is still alive with his wee brother, Michael Schofield. Of course, they're not actually brothers. He's adopted, but you know what? We're not blood brothers, Mike, but we're brothers, brother. But when it comes to guns, Glenn RHEE is 100 times better. I think I've only ever seen Lincoln with pistols, and he wasn't the best shot. Glenn has got experience with all sort of weapons, man, throughout The Walking Dead. For a pizza delivery boy, I think by the end of the show, he did a pretty good job. So, you know, you got to factor guns into this, you got to factor a fist fight. Who's winning? For me, I'm going to give the nod to Glenn RHEE. Even though I think Lincoln would beat him, I'm going to give him. Even though I think Lincoln would beat him fist to fist, fisticuffs, I'm going to get to Glenn RHEE. I mean, who's the better character? I mean, I preferred Glenn in the first two seasons, and I think Lincoln doesn't really develop much, but I probably prefer Lincoln Burrowes as a character, if I'm being honest. I think Glenn, after about season 2, I didn't like him very much after this point. I think he was a wee bit of a little bitch, but I'm picking him to win this fight, because why not? Lincoln Burrowes, dumb as fuck. Glenn RHEE, no bad me, man. Till next time, peace.